Good Saturday, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful and safe Labor Day weekend. Make sure you keep an eye on the radar because you know where I'm going with that. The USA Mortgage level of concern for our Saturday, level 2, and that is for the potential for severe storms. Not going to see any widespread severe weather, but any storm that develops could pack a punch. Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast. Today and tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, I will say this. Today's activity will be like yesterday's and driven by the heat of the day. So morning hours looking fine. Afternoon and evenings when you start seeing those showers and thunderstorms start popping up. Now on Sunday, we have a front drifting through, and that gives us a chance of rain throughout the day, including the morning hours. So just keep that in mind as we go through this holiday weekend. Now that front that does go through on Sunday pushes to our south, and so that gives us just in time for a wonderful Labor Day. Partly cloudy and highs in the low 80s, and lower humidity because we'll have a bit of a north breeze. Now, after that, we don't know what the front's going to do. We don't know if it's just going to wash out to our south and become, inconsequential, or is it going to lift back to the north and cause more showers and thunderstorms for Tuesday and Wednesday. So because of that uncertainty, putting that 20% chance in there for Tuesday and Wednesday. So look for those rain chances to either increase or decrease as we figure out what that front's going to do after it's pushed to our south. The good news is, though, we go from 90s for highs to 80s. Today being the warmest of the next 5 days in the upper 80s, but then low 80s for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And overnight lows dropping back down to the upper 50s at times. So we'll definitely take that temperature relief. Premier Generators brings us our threat graphic. The threats are low, but they're not zero. Any storm that forms today could produce straight line wind damage, some damaging hail, and flash flooding, because if you get an inch of rain in 10 minutes, you can certainly have a flash flood. If you have outdoor plans, just make sure you have an indoor backup plan and that you have access to shelter in case you need it. And keep in mind, if you're close enough to hear it thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning, even if the sun is shining where you are. So let's be safe, keep an eye on the weather, and get through this holiday weekend safe and sound. On this day in 2017, the remnants of Harvey moved across Middle Tennessee. Lots of flooding, nearly 50-mile-per-hour winds in Nashville. Much of this activity stayed west of the Plateau. We got in on a little bit of it, but not nearly as much as the rest of Middle Tennessee. 4 tornadoes touched down in Middle Tennessee. So keep in mind those tropical systems can produce tornadoes even in our neck of the woods. Those of you who have been to Charleston know about this next one. 1886, a 7.3 earthquake shook Charleston, South Carolina around 9:50 p.m. This is the most damaging earthquake in the southeast United States since we've been keeping records. 60 deaths, $5 to $6 million in damage, 2,000 buildings in the southeast U.S. So quite a day of shaking things up on this day in 1886. Meteorologist marks weather word of the day, mammatus. Mammatus clouds are pouch-like protrusions hanging from the underside of the clouds. You'll see them a lot of times in anvils. I see them a lot of times after a storm has gone through. A lot of people associate them with severe weather because maybe the storm that just pushed through did produce severe weather, but sometimes they happen ahead of severe weather as well, especially in different regions of the country. And tomorrow I'll tell you more about how they develop. You folks have a wonderful Saturday and keep looking up. For more weather information to keep up with all this crazy plateau weather, meteorologistmark.com.